Hey Scrapper Names fans, welcome back to another process video. I've got a pocket page spread for you today, and in a rather unusual kind of pocket page, I guess you could say, or pocket page protector. So as you can see, I'm using the four sort of, is it 6 by 6 inch, I guess? I think they are, maybe. I don't know. Page protectors. So there's four of those in the really large. So you can see that they fit your paper pad size type papers, which can be really handy to use when you only have a few photos. And I wasn't really in the mood to do another 12 by 12 layout and sort of multi-photo one. Sorry, my throat's going a bit funny. But then, so I wanted to do a pocket page spread for a bit of a break from all the 12 by 12s. But yeah, they needed to go in this pocket page protector. I keep getting tongue twisted here. So this is what I'm doing. So working on my title card, as I always do. My bit of my process is always to start with the title cards. Kind of gives me a bit of direction as to where my spread is gonna kind of go, with what colors, and especially in this sort of spread when there's some standout colors, but not a whole heap, and not colors I generally would use. So like this one had lots of orange because it's obviously Halloween and there's lots of oranges and there's greens and things like that, but there was lots of orange and I'm not an orange person, so I struggled a little bit. So I kind of just added a few colors or a few tones of Halloween kind of colors, like the green on this paper background here is a nice soft watery colory kind of green, very technical there, just to pull in some softer tones, because I'm not an orange colored kind of person generally, not just with scrapbooking. So I just, yeah, it was just pulling them in. Going to use these Cocoa Vanilla Studio alpha stickers to create my title. I am trying really hard not to use lots of bulky things in my albums, so lots of dimensional type embellishments and thickers and those sorts of things, because it's just, I have lots of albums and so they're bulking up a lot, and I'm just trying to kind of reduce that a little bit, so I have enough room to store them, really, is kind of the thing. It's a space saving idea at the moment. So what I'm also using here is some printables from the lovely Inky Quill from her Patreon page. I'm one of her Patreon peeps. So if you're not sure what Patreon is, it's basically a web page, I guess, where you can subscribe. You pay to subscribe to her and you get extra sort of content, scrappy content. So that's where these, like a little bit of Hocus Pocus comes from, the star and the orange sort of strips are coming from. And on my right there you can see some printables of her pocket page cards. That's the other thing with using this pocket protector, page protector, whatever you want to call it, is you can't use up, or it makes it really hard to use up the ever growing, or not grow, Project Life cards. So I'm trying to use them up, the ones that I have, and I just can't. I either realize after I've done a pocket page spread that I have used pattern papers to create my own cards, or I use this type of page protector where I have to use pattern paper because it makes it really tricky. See, I'm trying to use the cards here. So this 4x6, nope, that's not it. 3x4 card, maybe. Measurement's not my thing. Anyway, that I'm hacking up here is another Inky Quill printable, and so instead of being able to pop it in a protector like pocket, I'm going to pop it next to and make it like an embellishment kind of thing or a layering piece, or, for this photo. And as you can see, I'm doing Halloween from like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. These have been lingering around in my photo box stash, and I just need to get them scrapped. It's sort of something I come across, and because of the colours and then not a lot of colours, I'm just like, I don't want to scrap these. I've sort of been wanting to do the pretty layouts, and I'm just like, I need to get them out of my stash. So I thought I would scrap them and video, and then there's one here for you. So it was a bit of a, as I said, it was a challenging spread to do because of the page protector I used and the colours used in it. I did struggle. So you will find that, and maybe my head was not in it, I was getting sick, so I was just a bit like, nah, it's all going against me. You will see in a little bit that the lighting will change. I didn't even realise. I'd forgotten that I actually did part of this spread at night, which is now in my lovely fluffy bunny pyjamas. And then I switch and I end up finishing this layout during the day. So I'm using lots of leftover strips from the Patreon printables just to get them used up. I have a lot of the printables left over, so I'm trying to use up my stash of those sorts of things and just my stash in general. So trying to really get back into my scrapbooking, getting a bit of a, not a new style, but maybe altering my style a little bit. So I've been off sick from work for the last couple of days. That's why my voice probably sounds a bit raspy, so I apologise. So I've been sort of binge watching a bit of YouTube, getting a bit more inspiration and getting a bit more mojo back. So just trying to, figure out ways to use my stash in different ways by, advancing my style a little bit. I don't know if you can hear the squealing in the background. I promise you it's just my daughter and my niece playing on the trampoline out the back. It's after school, so they're just enjoying the semi-ish, warm-ish remainder of our afternoon here in Canberra. It will get really cold shortly and they'll have to come inside, so the fresh air it is until that time. Alright, so then I decide I add some journaling here. I've created a few little layers there with that strip of paper and that chopped up journaling card. I then add some little blingy bits, as you can see, just to add a bit of sparkle, some different colours that are tied in with the spread, as well as just bringing in some different colours as well. And I find that blue's not an overpowering blue, so it's not one that I felt I had to balance out. So I don't think, from memory, I didn't need to add, so here it changes the lighting. So I didn't need to add like a blue pattern paper piece, like it wasn't a standout blue where I had to balance it off that way, if that makes sense. I sometimes find that when, for me, when I'm doing a layout or any kind of design of a layout, if I use a colour that's a really strong colour, you sort of need to balance it out with a bold pattern paper or another bold sort of embellishment or something like that, so it sort of balances it off, as opposed to having one sort of piece that just sort of stands out. That wasn't that piece, which was really good. I think I do bring in the stars again at some point, but it's subtle and it doesn't sort of draw your eye to it, make it stick there and go, well, where's the rest of it, kind of thing. So just playing around with this. I wasn't sure about this, can't say really card, but this pocket, this piece, I don't know what you want to call it, because it doesn't really look like a pocket, this square, because the Happy Halloween, whilst to me, it had the flower rings around it border, and then it had the florals in the background. I was worried it all looked too busy. And then I sat for ages looking at whether or not to colour the flowers, whether or not to take away the Happy Halloween, but I really wanted it there. I was really uncertain what to do with this because of the black and white. I didn't want to change it out. I liked the background being a little neutral. So I go through this Amy Tangerine paper pad. Is it the Shine one? I'm not sure if it's Shine. Oh, I didn't see the front page. I was too busy talking. I'm not sure which paper pad it is, sorry. We'll have a look. I'll try and snag a look at it when I flip it back over. But yes, I did struggle a little bit with what I was going to do here because I wanted to bring in some more colour but not overpower it. A bit of a challenging spread, this one, as I said. I think this little tag piece says remember this forever or something. So in the photo is my stepdaughter with my grandmother, so her great grandmother who passed away 2 years ago. So we were very close to her. So yeah, we were doing trick-or-treating for Halloween at my auntie's house. So my grandmother lived with my auntie up until she passed away. And so yes, they were getting lollies that way. That was our trick-or-treating. I think we did it early because my stepdaughter and my son go back and forth between their other parents and us. So I think we did it so that way they had trick-or-treating that year. So just bringing in some little colour, pops of other colour here that are around the spread as well. Another way of subtly adding some colours that are in the spread, or just, as I said, just adding like that green, those green hearts are sort of matching the title card as well. And then the yellow that I want to bring in from the above this card here. And as you can see, what I'm about to put into the next card. Oh, do I add splatters here? I'm going a bit nuts with splatters at the moment. I'm loving the new, oh, they're not new probably, but they're new to my stash, the Kaiser Craft iridescent spray, ink sprays or spray mists, whatever they're called. I have two sitting in my little caddy for my desk at the moment. They're the gold one and the rose gold, because I love rose gold. And yeah, I think I used rose gold on that one. So now here's your typical orange for Halloween. And the three kids dressed up nice and scary for the day. I toyed with this actually being the title card initially, but I never really used photos for a title card. I always create, that's kind of just my style for Project Life. I kind of create my own, which is probably why I have a huge stash of cards, Project Life cards. All right, just gonna add these star pieces as layering pieces behind my photo, just to break that up and add some more color, pops of color to this card. Again, and it also adds that consistency with the rest of the spread as well. Oh dear. So I'm hoping that this pocket page video is going to go up fairly quickly. Today is Thursday, so it'll either go tonight, depending on how well it does its thing with the editing. You would have seen an art journal video earlier in the week. There should hopefully be this video. If not, there will be a craft room tour video would have gone up if this hasn't gone up first. Otherwise, the craft room tour video would have gone up over the weekend. So I'm hoping to get at least 2 videos a week up onto my channel consistently for you. over, yeah, so plus my design team videos that go up onto the Kitaholic Kits channel, so make sure you're looking up for those. Head over to the Kitaholics channel as well. Yeah, so hopefully I'm back into getting some more content up for you guys on a regular basis. Thank you so much for subscribing, and for those that have been there since I started, I very much appreciate it. Yeah, and if there's any questions or anything you would like to see for the coming months of June, please let me know in the comments below so I can plan those out. That would be great. But nearly finished this spread now. I just added some word, well, they're not stickers as such, but we'll call them that. Again, from Inky Cool's Patreon printables. Some that she had, they were from, I think, October as well, that with her Halloween stuff. And then added a date stamp along the side, and that is my Project Life spread completed. So whilst it was a bit of a challenge because of the layout itself, I got it done and I'm happy with it. So thank you again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you again next time. Bye.